What is up, YouTube? I'm Royal. I'm rank... Let's find out. I am rank 19 in Wild Rift, soon to be rank 1. But in this video, I'm gonna show you the, exploit that I've been using to climb and literally never lose games. And that's Galio's Aegis. So as you know, Galio's Aegis, when you get SVP, you get bonus fortitude, and if you get both S and SVP, or I think if you get S in general on a loss, you immediately get Galio's Aegis, which means that your loss does not count. You do not lose a mark. So when you're climbing the leaderboard, right, and you have Galio's Aegis on every loss, for example, that does not count as a loss. So you only gain marks with wins and you never lose marks with losses. And so how can we abuse that? How can we constantly get Galio's Aegis? I'm about to show you the easiest way to do it, and that's with Heartsteel. You can do Scion, but you can also do other Heartsteel champions. And this works best when the enemy also has a Heartsteel. I wanted to focus on 2 specific games and tell you why this is extremely abusable and very easy to constantly get. So, this game I went 2, 8, and 4. Clearly not a good scoreline, not a good KDA, but I have received higher performance than 100% of players in the same rank, which gives me the mark loss protection for this game. You can see all of the different awards I've gotten, but how am I able to do that, right? This Aatrox was a big reason on why I was able to get that, because he also got Heartsteel, he got Titanic Hydra, he got Sunfire Cape, and he has a lot of healing, I have a lot of shielding, so we spend the entire game pretty much hitting each other, both of us farming S tier. What I really want you to focus on though is the exact next game. What happened in the next game versus the exact same Aatrox player, right? Drefal, if we go back to this game, Drefal, right? He's done the exact same thing and he has received 100% better than players of the same rank. So we played the 2 games against each other. One game I won, one game he won. Yet none of us lost marks. We both just gained 1 mark. How incredible is that? And as you can see, these games are in the Brazilian server, so I'm playing on 160 ping, so it's kind of hard to get consistently. But as you can see, I got A tier here with SVP, which gave me 480 fortitude, which is almost loss prevented. This one, I got a gold SVP, which gave me, even though I got an A rating, because I got gold SVP, it gave me the full 600 loss prevented. This one is silver SVP again, even though my score lines are not looking good. 3, 12, and 0, and I get loss prevented for 3, 12, 0 as my score line. How absolutely insane is that? But what's crazy again is that both of these players, both me and this Aatrox, are able to not get a loss, so we're just climbing for free. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and jump into this game to show you exactly how this Aatrox was able to get loss prevented despite his bad scoreline, how I'm able to get loss prevented despite my bad scorelines, right? Because the system doesn't just take into account KDA. So let's quickly speed up this game, and actually what we should do is we should look at a game where a really bad game where I got loss prevented, right? And see exactly how that's done. So let's look at this one where this was a complete loss prevented. I did not lose a mark for this game despite playing objectively bad, right? I also made decisions that cost my team, but I benefited from that, which is what I consider to be the most toxic, right? So I'm playing the laning phase pretty normally, right? Scion versus Aatrox. Scion actually has a decent laning phase. I'm able to just constantly push, he's able to constantly push, and of course the whole goal is to not die and eventually get Heartsteel. Right, I'm gonna base with my ulti, gonna use my ulti, I'm trying to miss as few minions, and I'm trying to get as much value as I can from everything, right? I care about turret damage, I care about shielding done, I care about crowd control done, I care about all these small metrics that will give me the S tier, right? I don't really care too much about my KDA. I'm using my ulti to make sure I don't miss any minions, so I stay up in gold. I take so much damage, but I never die. And now that we both have Heartsteel, me and this Aatrox are kind of doing this handshake. every 20 seconds we're doing a handshake, let's farm each other's heartsteel, right? Because both of me and this Aatrox kind of know that our goal for this game, our primary goal, is to get S tier, not to win, right? So we're happy doing something that will benefit the other champion. He's fine doing something that will benefit me, and I'm fine doing something that will benefit him, as long as we're closer to getting S tier together, right? So you can constantly see all I'm doing is going top lane, fighting, dying, trying to farm heartsteel stacks. But obviously my KDA is not good. I'm not helping my team win this game, right? I'm taking my jungler's jungle camps. I'm farming as many minions as I can. I'm just split pushing the entire time. I'm never grouping. I'm taking damage because taking damage is good, right? It helps you with getting S tier. So it doesn't matter if my KDA is bad as long as I'm taking a lot of damage all the time. Again, I'm molting around the map, farming 2 lanes. That means I'm denying minions from my team. I'm getting turrets and dying and feeding gold to the enemy team. So I'm like a hindrance to my team almost, right? But this game counts as 100% better than players of the same rank. Despite me clearly, like you can see, even though it's sped up, I'm literally running it down the entire game. I use my ulti again. I'm gonna go around and around. I'm gonna keep dying, right? But I'm gonna be farming heartsteel stacks. I'm gonna be taking damage, right? Tanking damage is a good thing. I'm gonna be doing quite a lot of damage. So me and this Aatrox, after our handshake deal, you can see we have insane heartsteel stacks. I have 1,200, he has 900. And we're both like guaranteeing each other the S tier. So no matter if me and this Aatrox lose, it will be loss prevented, right? I'm just kind of just doing whatever. And this game that you just saw counted as 100% better. And now I'm gonna show you the next game. Right, 284, loss prevented. Now let's jump into the next game where we end up winning. Obviously not because I played incredibly or anything, right? But Aatrox ends up getting loss prevented. And there was actually like a span of around, I wanna say a minute, maybe a minute and a half, where both me and this Aatrox are just hitting each other. We're just hitting each other over and over and over again for a minute and a half. Nothing else. We do nothing else. But we farm damage dealt and damage taken, which gives us a higher likelihood of S tier, right? So when everybody asks me, why do you hate Galio's Aegis so much? Why do you hate Galio's Aegis so much? This is why. This is why I hate it. Obviously, this is me exploiting it, and I don't want to encourage you guys to also exploit it, because as you can see, I'm not being a benefit to my team at all this game, right? I'm clearly I'm not gonna say I'm running it down, intentionally feeding. But my primary goal is not necessarily to win the game, it's to guarantee myself an S tier. And after that, after I've guaranteed myself that I will not lose the game, right? No matter what happens, I do not lose a mark, then I can start worrying about the win. Then I can start playing for the win, right? And if I lost, whatever. If I won, good. So I'm playing for turrets, turret damage. I'm playing for damage dealt, I'm playing for damage taken, I'm playing for time CC'd, I'm playing for shielding done, right? And my items also reflect that. I will very often even level 1 just go and die because it makes my lane slightly easier, right? Because I can use sound passive to push the wave. So I'll often int level 1 in these games, not in these two, but I'll often int level 1 and even give the enemy jungler a free kill. Obviously that doesn't help my team win, but it makes it easier for me to get S tier, right? Because even if I die, I can use Scion passive to just immediately clean up the wave, which is what's important for getting S tier. I think we're actually coming up to the point where me and Aatrox just fight for a whole minute. So let's quickly, yeah, it's here I think. So now the fight has started at like 13-15. And me and this Aatrox will just sit here and farm damage dealt on each other. This way it will guarantee, I'm not sure if this Aatrox was in on it, it's not a friend, I don't know him. But this way we both guarantee an S tier. Because we've done an insane amount of damage dealt to each other. And we've done an insane amount of damage taken. We've done crowd controlling each other. I've done shielding done, he's done healing done, right? We're stacking up these stats to an insane amount, pretty much guaranteeing that we're gonna get loss prevented, either one of us. Even if I lost this game, this was 100% better than Scion's. So I'm gonna get loss prevented for this. Especially with the huge damage delta I'm doing from Demolish. I'm doing the exact same build every game, which Heartsteel, Sunfire Cape, and Thornmail for more damage while they hit me. Makes the 1v5 fights, makes me do a lot more damage during those fights. and then I go for the mantle item that like gives me a bunch more health, right? Now look at this, it's been over a minute and we're just hitting each other in the side lanes. You know how much damage dealt we've farmed here and how much damage taken we farmed as well, because this also counts towards the stats. We're also both getting an insane amount of heartsteel stacks because we've gotten like 3 heartsteals just in this one trade, and we just keep going. It's been a minute and a half. Now I'm gonna farm Krugs, but it's been a minute and a half where Aatrox doesn't care about defending his he's not defending his inhibitors. He doesn't care about defending his inhibitors. He doesn't care about grouping with his team and trying to make a correct play. All he cares about is farming damage dealt on me, so he can guarantee his S tier as well. And if we speed up this game, again, we go top lane and we do the same thing. We do the exact same thing for another like a minute and a half. Both just farming damage dealt. I'm kind of guiding down because they're gonna get sold, right? So now I've pretty much guaranteed that I'm getting an S tier this game, right? The game is very, very close. I've kind of guaranteed my S tier. So now I can kind of start playing with my team after I've farmed all this damage dealt and damage taken on the Aatrox. So now I can finally look to group. And the crazy thing is that both me and this Aatrox have kind of hindered our teams by doing this and made ourselves the main character. Because now my team needs to deal with a super fed Aatrox, and the enemies need to deal with a super fed Scion because I have an insane amount of heartsteel stacks that I shouldn't have. There's no way I should have 1,000 heartsteel stacks if the enemy team was playing properly. Right? And if I had split up this game, my Wukong ends up making the clutch play, but it's not like that, it really matters. Again, I'm just ulting, going around and around, trying to take as many minions as I can, doing as much damage as I can, over and over and over again, and we end up winning the game. So let's take a look at the stats. Let's look at exactly the stats that have given me. Did this look to you like I played 100% better than all Scions? Right? Is that what this looked to you? Oh, maybe I didn't even get S tier this game. This guy sure did. Right? He got the golden SVP. I'm not sure if you got the full loss prevent, but you got the golden SVP for this game. Right? And if we look at the stats, especially like at these insane losses, right? Where I've literally gone 3-12 in this game and I've gotten full loss prevented. After going 3-12. Like, how absolutely insane is this? Actually, I want to point out this game, this 3-12 game. I do want to watch a bit of it just to see how much of a hindrance I was in my team. Right? Like, I set my mid laner so far back, I would honestly like be raging if I was this way. But I'm playing for the S tier, right? Look at what I do level 1. I just immediately run and start proxying, right? And what's gonna happen here? What's gonna happen? This Diana is gonna immediately rotate, right? I'm gonna get my full wave. I'm gonna die and get the full wave, right? But I just gave Diana first blood. Right, I'm gonna do some extra damage here, farm some damage dealt. But I just gave this guy's lane in the middle, I just gave this Diana first blood. So he has to play versus first blood. But obviously, I didn't miss a single minion. So for me, nothing changes. All this did was cause a death, right? Obviously, the reason I did this is I'm hoping that the Kayn doesn't start here and Diana doesn't come. That's why I can like permanently proxy farm. And again, I play this lane because it's a favorable lane for me. And like, Vladimir didn't even get an assist, right? I'm just gonna push in, farm the minions, do damage dealt, and I don't care if I constantly die. Because I can just keep pushing in the tower, doing damage dealt. I do think I end up actually solo killing this guy, which helped with the S tier. But I will execute tower, I will do whatever. I'm playing for myself. And you can see later into the game, I just constantly ult around the map, farming all of my team's minions. I'm definitely not helping. So I hope this video has kind of shed some light on what I consider to be an exploit, right? Galio's Aegis. And a lot of people say, oh, it's intended, it's helping people. No, it's causing games like this. It's causing players to play like this. And they're able to farm pretty consistently. Keep in mind, these games are on 160 ping, right? And I'm still able to constantly abuse this. If I was playing on like low ping, it'd be very, very easy to constantly do this, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you can actually use this to maybe, you know, wink wink, take it into your own games and climb from there. So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more Wild Rift content.